Mary is known as the Virgin of Nazareth because in this small town of Galilee, she received the proclamation from the angel that she would become the mother of Jesus, and it was there that, along with Saint Joseph, she raised the child Jesus. But what was the location of the Virgin Mary's birth, an event that the Church celebrates every year on September 8th?
There are two principal places where the tradition of the birth of the Blessed Virgin took place. One tradition tells us that she is from her parents, Joachim and Anna, and of course Mary would be from Sephoris, which is just a few kilometers from Nazareth. And in fact, during the feast of Saints Joachim and Anna, even up to now, a celebration is done there.
The other tradition, on the other hand, states that the place of the birth of Our Lady is Jerusalem.
There is a long tradition that says that she was born close to the temple in Jerusalem. It goes back to the apocryphal Gospel of James, the 2nd century.
There, where one can also find the ruins of the Pool of Bethesda, the Crusaders built a church dedicated to Saint Anne.
Later, when the Crusaders come, they built this church especially to commemorate the birth of Mary. And in the church there is the crypt that traditionally is considered as the place where the house of Anna and Joachim was. It's a kind of a grotto. Like Jesus was born in a grotto, John the Baptist in Karim is born in a grotto. And the grottos were very often used at that time as the back part of the house, the rear part of the house.
Subsequently, the Crusaders were expelled from there, and the site became a Muslim school that was not accessible to Christians. During the Ottoman era, however, the Franciscans obtained permission to celebrate the Feast of Mary's Nativity. In 1856, the church was donated to France and entrusted to the White Fathers, who are still its guardians to this day. The site is now open for visits. It is possible to visit the grotto where, according to tradition, Mary was conceived without sin, and this is an emotional experience. It is also interesting to note that the only births celebrated by the Church are those of Jesus, John the Baptist, and Mary.
Because the liturgy say it's like the dawn of our salvation. The sun comes afterwards, but the dawn comes up, shows that the sun is coming, and the birth of Mary is like the dawn of our salvation.
And from here, from the Holy Land, the devotion to Our Lady has spread. From east to west, all over the world, the Mother of God is well known. In the colonnade of the Basilica of the Annunciation in Nazareth, there are mosaics with different representations of Our Lady from all over the world.
During all these centuries, I think the devotion to Mary is something that grew up because of her being the Mother of God. It's very clear from, for example, the first councils of that, especially Ephesus, when the people themselves, out of their own enthusiasm regarding the issue of the humanity and the divinity of Jesus Christ, then the people acclaimed Mary as the Mother of God, the Theotokos. No? So that Mary is not simply the mother of the human Jesus, but she is because there is a unity between the divinity and the humanity of Jesus, although the two natures are distinct.